Once you've loaded your Broadband Fabric file into QGIS, you're able to start your analysis on the data. Right now, just the base points are loaded in. If you want to start getting a sense of where dense and less dense areas are, I would suggest changing the size of the points that have been pre-symbolized. So to do that, you will right-click on the layer, select Properties, and then you'll go to Symbology. Under Symbology, there's a field called Size, and you will just adjust that accordingly. You'll press Apply, and then press OK. And now you can start to get a sense of where the denser areas are right in the middle versus the less dense on these edges. If you zoom into one of these points, we can also get a sense of where these points exactly land on the map. So as you can see here, each of these fabric points are directly on top of a broadband serviceable location structure. If you want, you can layer in your network data, and that will enable you to see exactly where you would need to build fiber or any other type of broadband technology to connect the structure. But as you can see, beyond seeing where these dense areas are, it's hard to see the patterns of this data. So to start being able to see patterns with this data, you can symbolize these points based on certain attribute fields in the data. So similar to changing the size of the points, if you right-click on your layer, then select Properties, and again in that Symbology field at the top, you'll see a drop down and you can categorize it. You can symbolize it based off of categories, based off of graduated colors, and based off of rules. In this example, we'll use the categorized option, and with this, we will symbolize based on the land use attribute field. Once we've selected the field we would like these points to be categorized on, we then come down and click Classify. Once you click Classify, you will see all the different values for this field and each value symbol. And if you want to change the color of each of these dots, you can. You just simply double click. You'll be given a symbol selector, and then you can adjust the color as you would like. Alternatively, there's this color ramp option. So if you don't want random colors and you'd rather have all your points be green, you can select green, and then you just press Classify again. So we can try Turbo, then click Classify, and as you can see, these symbols are now following the color scheme of this color ramp I've chosen. So once you feel okay with the colors, you can then press Apply. And then click OK, and then you'll start to be able to see those patterns. So the blue, purple is business area, so those parcels have been classified as business. This in red has been classified as residential, and then you can see you start to see little pockets of where it's just classified as land, but we have found locations within it. If you are just curious about finding specific zip codes for this area because you would like to send out promotional materials, you can also classify it based off of postal code. So again, you just select the field, you click Classify, select Yes, and then Apply. Again, you can start to see how many different postal codes there are in this area that you're looking at. And then if you would like to send out some isolated promotional materials, you know the postal codes for all of your location selections. If you, for instance, wanted to look at a field that was an integer or a float, you can also do a graduated scale, and it will base the color schemes off of chunks of numbers. So that's just another way to visualize the data. With the symbology field alone, you can really start to see patterns within your data, which can help you thoroughly understand and make informed decisions about a specific geographic area.